Hello, everybody. Okay, why am I there? There we go. Test check one, two. Okay. I can't hear myself. Let's see if I have audio. Hey. Yeah, funny looking skip. Can you hear me now? Because I can't hear myself for some reason. And I don't know why. Can you hear me? Jerry? Let's see. Test check one, two. Ha. Why can't you hear me? Oh, I can't. You can hear me. Oh, sounds big, great. Okay. It's just weird. I can't hear myself in the video. And the oh, maybe did I do that? Nope. I don't know. But if you guys can hear me, that's all that matters. Okay. Oh, you can hear me now. Hello, Wrestler. You're coming in loud and clear. All right. Well, thank you all very, very much. Now, obviously, I am not Skip. For those of you who don't know, I am on Skip Smith's channel. I'm on ResslerMania channel, and supposedly I'm on Twitch. I don't know if I am for sure because I don't have my other screen up to check that out, but we will see. That's true, Jerry. Sometimes I don't want to hear myself. But thank you all very much for showing up. And I am trying to get things together here. Um, you see, I have a lot that I have to uh, look at because if you can see on the screens over here, that's what I'm trying to figure out all this stuff. so, so I do have my dual screens up, trying to get this a little more official, I guess you can call it. So let me see if I can. There I am. We're using Skip Smith's StreamYard. Now, this is probably going to be the last time I'm going to live stream on Skip Smith's channel. So if you can come over to the WrestleMania channel uh, and subscribe there if you want to hear me in the future, great. If you don't, I kind of understand. So let me put down here, see, www.youtube.com. It's been a long time since there we go. /WrestlerMania. Okay, that should get you over to, there we go. Yep, that should get you over to my YouTube channel. If you want to go over there and hit that subscribe button and all that stuff. And again, if you don't, that's okay too. But I'm here to give you some updates, to interact with the chat, just have some fun. And I won't be on there too long because I did have minor back surgery, not like the back, but I had some moles removed. They had to cut quite a bit deeper than what they thought. So I got stitches back there, and they're a little uncomfortable. I have them out on my favorite day of the year. I get to go back to the VA, and get my stitches removed. And my favorite day of the year is April 15th, tax day. I probably just turned a lot of people off on that one. It's just water. It's just water. Okay. So let me see if I am going to be able to do the show as well as what I think I can do it. Okay. So see if I can add my screen because I know last time I went to do this and it didn't work very well. But I'm going to bring up what I did in the past. We're going to show you in the future, all that good stuff. And also, and also what we're going to put this so I can see it and it's not in your way right here. Okay. Um, and also what my YouTube members and my I, will get back to you, Kevin K. That's true. But what my YouTube members are going to be seeing, and also an update on my Patreon page, which I'm slowly bringing those back up. But Carol, yes, tax day sucks, especially since 2024 was the first year that Luann and I both were retired in the same year, and I miscalculated my estimates because just I did. So we have to pay in this year a pretty good penny. So tax day sucks. And Kevin, yes, it is kind of weird drinking water on Skip's channel. It is. But you're going to see something coming up in the future, in a future episode that I'm going to show you here in a little bit that is going to play right into Skip's hands. He's going to love it. But right now, just so you are aware, and for those who don't know, on my YouTube channel over there, you can see Battleship Code, gunships, and PT boats. So that is a video that I had put out. It's at Battleship Cove in Massachusetts. So I finally got that edited up. That's pretty fun. That kind of gives you kind of an overview of the other Battleship Cove videos coming up. Oh, how are the boys? Well, thank you very much for asking. I do appreciate that. They are doing very well. Quinn, in fact, he just did his weekly family phone call. So he's doing well. He's doing his college stuff. So the college stuff that he's doing some research studies, and he has to have some people ask some questionnaires, and Skip actually volunteered to do one. So and he sent his in already. I think Sue's going to do one as well. So that'll be kind of neat. I'm not looking at what the answers are. I just kind of take it from Quinn, send it out to Skip and Sue, and then they send it back to me, and I forward it directly to Quinn. And then Elias, he's doing really well. In fact, we get to talk to somebody next week. So next week's going to be a really busy week for me. But next week, to see if he qualifies for housing, because he is very high functioning autism, and he is working at a warehouse and at a restaurant. So he's doing very well with that. And the psychiatrists and the psychologists all said, "Hey, we, as in myself and Luann, should be going like on long weekends to have him stay at the house by himself, close by." And we've done that a few times, going down to Luann's parents-in-law. Yeah. And then we did, so that was a weekend. Then we did a long weekend down at Luann's parents' house. And then we did 4 days at Doylestown. We just got back from there. And then soon we'll be going to Washington, D.C. to do the Smithsonian's because we haven't done that since the kids were way, way little. In fact, there's a couple museums that weren't even there when we went. So we're trying to extend the days out and leave Elias here by himself. So he can get used to being independent. And when are you going to show us your pole work? Well, not anytime soon. That I'm not going to do. However, what I will show you, oh, Skip and I would have drank all your alcohol if you left us alone in your house. Yes, but Elias doesn't like alcohol, so we know we're safe. And we don't have a whole lot of alcohol now. Just every once in a while we have beer. We do have some wine, but that's more Luann's. I do drink wine sometimes too. Okay. Let's see. The next thing I wanted to show you is, see, what's the next? I have to use my cheat sheet here. What is the next thing that we had up? I know it was, oh, it was that one. Okay. So I get to share another screen. Maybe I should show you what I do. See what I have to do? I have to go to present and then share screen and then share screen again and then go to Windows, then click on what I want to share and then share. So that's what we got. All right. So the USS Massachusetts, that is also again at Battleship Cove. That was pretty cool. Now that's again my travel videos, but there were some. There we go. But there were some. I can't talk and click at the same time. I just realized that. I froze for a second. I think. Interesting. But I also do Tech Tuesdays, and again, I use tech very, very loosely. But you sunk my battleship. Yes, I did. So one of my unboxings and tech videos that I did was the Cobra 3 monopod by iFootage. And I actually videotaped this soon after I got my new camera, which is the Canon R10, and I didn't quite know how to do my automatic focus and all that. So so that was, there's a few things that were blurry. In fact, a few of my unboxings, I didn't realize they were a little bit blurry until I went to edit them. So I apologize for those who are looking at it, especially on a, like on a small screen, like on your phone or on a smaller computer. You can't tell it's a little fuzzy, but when you're on a TV looking at it, yeah, it's it's fuzzy. So I'll try my best to do better. In fact, the ones coming up, like 3 or 4 from now, those tech videos, I finally figured it out. So they are better. And Racer Girl's son is on the Cincinnati. Awesome, and thank you for your service. Him for his service. So, absolutely, we need those crazy people that are, on those ships. I don't think I could survive on a ship. I was in the Air Force, that was bad enough. But, yeah, my hats off to them, no doubt about it. So, what was another unboxing that I did? Oh, the TV monitor. So, actually, one of these 2 monitors here is what I did the unboxing for, and see if I can bring that one up just so everyone kinda sees what I'm referring to and talking about. There it is. So that was this one was kinda neat opening it up and putting it together, like everything was there, and you didn't need a screwdriver, nothing. They everything was hand screwed in, or popping in. It was really nice. That was one of the easiest of the there we go. That was the easiest of assembly I think I've had in a long so I was very, very happy with that. And then getting back to there we go. Getting back to the travel videos that we do. I think the next one was what was it next? I showed you the USS Massachusetts. Oh my goodness. Oh, the one that just came out. The lionfish. Um, this one right here. So that was really neat too. Let's see, what was my job in the Air Force? I was aircraft armament systems specialist. So in other words, I took care of everything from the cockpit all the way down to the bombs. I even helped load the bombs on a few occasions. So I had an interesting time in there, 'cause and of course, when you do that, you get to interact with the pilots a lot as well. So that was cool. And they're just like you and me. So, and let's see. Oh, the lionfish. Now, the lionfish, of course, is a submarine. The hidden sea is a Russian, German, Russian. It's been such a long time since I've actually seen it. I think it is a old Russian uh, missile launching slash battleship. And oh, did I drop any bombs? Well, depends on what we ate for lunch. So yes. And oh, thank you, Lee. So Lee, who's from England, he was over here watching us. Thank you very much. He says, "Have a great day again." Um, night all. Again, thank you very much for coming by, Lee. I appreciate it. And thank you, Jerry. Oh, by the way, Jerry is oh, it worked. Because last time Jerry was on, it said he's one of my unofficial moderators, but I couldn't figure out how to make him a moderator from the system that I'm on, the StreamYard from skip StreamYard. So I had to go back in later to YouTube and try to figure out how to add him manually. I wasn't sure if it would work, but he does have a wrench next to his name, so it worked. So thank you very much, Gary. I do appreciate all your help. See what else? Oh, the other tech video that I did is something that I use a lot for, well, nowadays for my tech videos, videotaping my tech videos. Trying to figure out how to say that distinctly, but it is the Tellison U-shaped neck camera mount. So you see me kind of pointing at it there. It just kind of goes around the neck. You mount your camera on it, and you're able to do things hands free. I show you how to do it, what's included in it, uh, the pluses and minuses of it, how you get it around your neck, because it's not just slipping it over. You got to do some things to it, and it really, really works well. That is one of my more favorite things that I got. So let me get to future stuff. So future me will be doing after the USS. Oops, sorry. After the Taliesin, the next thing up, I do another Battleship Code video. In fact, it's the last of the Battleship Code videos from Massachusetts, and I think it might even be the last of the Massachusetts ones that I have. And that is, I was trying to talk and I couldn't talk long enough, believe it or not. There we go. The USS Joseph P. Kennedy battleship. That's a big battleship. That thing is freaking huge. What do you see? All the stuff we we go through. You see. Um, Although it is interesting, I realized that my father is a ex-marine. Oh, my father passed away. In fact, this is his hat that I wear when I go traveling. I, kind of a way to take him along with me on vacation and travel because he never got to travel too much, but he when he did, he liked to travel. So that's why I wear this hat. But what was I getting? Oh, but on the ships, they didn't say too much about Marines. So it's kind of interesting. And I did have somebody call me out on it and say, "Well, why didn't you mention the Marines that were on those ships?" Like, you're right. they there wasn't a whole lot of information about Marines on the ship. But I think this one, at least I get to show where the Marines were. So I might be able to save myself from the critics from that one. And let's see. Oh, and then the next video that I'll be doing is something a little bit different. Actually, everything's a little bit different with me, I guess. But it's a little bit different, and that is the NU NU oh, wireless charger. Now that's a wireless charger for your phone. See if I can. Oh, look at that! I just figured out I can use my cursor on that. But right there is the wireless charger for the phone, and those things work great. In fact, I have. Oh, that's the one I got from my wife. I have another one very similar right next to me that when I'm editing in the editing bay suite, I do keep my phone charged. I was trying to figure out, can I show that on camera? But I can't. Um, boom, there we go. And then here's something that I'm going a little further than what I normally would, but Skip is gonna love this because in when do I have that going? April 19th, I did this actually for Skip, believe it. So Luann and I went to Yingling Brewery, and because he loves Yingling Brewery, Yingling beer, all kinds of different flavors of it. So we did go on the tour, and I don't know if you can see. Let's see if I can do it this way. That's actually but in this area here, that's actually catacombs underneath the brewery, and they had to put their beer and stuff in there when during, what do they call it in the 20s? Dang it, I can't think of the word. Where you couldn't drink beer, alcohol, when you were dry. I forget. Anyway, yeah, Skip would be jealous of the tour. Absolutely, he would. It was very informative, quite fun. But I think that's about it as far as things coming up. However, for those who are YouTube members of mine, you have something that just came out that you might be interested in. And YouTube members get to see my videos before anybody else. And over on Patreon, I haven't quite caught up yet, but over on Patreon, you do get early viewing, not as early as my YouTube members yet. That'll happen very, very soon. But YouTube members have access to the Jamestown Discovery Museum in Jamestown, Virginia. Well, that is really cool. This is the actual Jamestown. It's not the Jamestown Visiting Center that was there years ago. They actually went on the island, found where Jamestown was. They thought that it actually got taken over by the James River. There was a person in the 90s who's like, nah, I don't believe that. I'm going to go through and try to find Jamestown. And he was pretty sure he knew where it was. He started digging, and sure enough, there it was. He found the original Jamestown. And on that video, it's really cool. You get to see the original, well, where first church in America was. There's actually a knight that is buried there, and they know that because there was a tombstone on top of a knight, and he was in his armor. So in the 1600s, a knight actually came with Jamestown, the Jamestown settlers, and then yeah, so they can see that now, and then also, let's see, what I just put out a couple of days ago is yeah, share screen. But we were in Virginia. But the cool thing is, if you have not ever been to the Mariners Museum in Newport News, Virginia, you gotta go. That's also where the Merrimack is. They have what's called the Merrimack Center that's inside the Museum. I'm actually editing that now, that video. So that video on the monitor should be out in a few days. Fingers crossed, because that is causing me a little bit of an issue trying to get all the music and the pictures and trying to make it so that it flows a little better. Because there's a lot to that USS Monitor Center that's in the Mariners Museum. So, and that thing is it's weird. You walk up to it, it doesn't look all that big, but when you're in there and you start looking at the different galleries, which are like little mini museums, and then you go to the USS Monitor Center. Wow, you can easily spend well, we spent the whole day there. We opened it up and we closed it. So yeah, you can easily spend the whole day there. That makes sense. Any questions that anybody has? Any concerns? Um, our next adventure, again, we're going to Washington, D.C., but the next big adventure that's going to be like a 2-week thing is we'll be going to Georgia, let's see, huh, really mostly around Savannah is where we're thinking about now because we haven't been to, Savannah, Georgia. Well, hello, Missy Mo. Thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it. You missed all the exciting stuff. I showed a video of Jerry Bell doing a striptease. Um, no, Racer Girl. I showed a video. Well, I can't really explain it. You have to go back and watch it. And we had a visitor from the UK, so that was interesting. And Carol, who was on here earlier, uh, she did some interesting stuff. I'm kidding. Now we just went over some of the videos that were up, and also explaining that this will probably be the last of the times I'll be on Skip's channel. So if you want to come on Thursdays at 6:30, or too many people leave because I see the numbers starting to drop. But there could be some times because of video shoots that I'm going on, I may not be able to be here Thursdays at 6:30, but I'm going to try to keep it Thursdays at 6:30 as much as I can. So if you want to come by and say hi and talk, listen to me ramble, and tell you about the future adventures that are coming up, so you know what to expect on my YouTube channel or on Patreon, then you show up here. All right. So if Missy Mo, if you have any questions or concerns or complaints or anything I could do better in the future, I'd appreciate it. And actually, in the future, I might even bring on some guests. I haven't quite figured out exactly how to do that yet. I know there's an invite button down here, but I got to talk to Skip to see how he does it. And then we'll go from there. And if everything goes really, really well, then I might even get my own StreamYard or whatever system I decide to go on. And I guess that's about it for me. I know it's only been like a half hour, but really wasn't planning on being on it too much because again with my stitches getting out. YouTube it. Hello, Ed. Who is Ed? Has anybody seen Ed before? But I appreciate Ed coming on. So thank you, Ed. Um, anyway, but I have some stitches in the back. She's starting to itch a little bit. That's why I wore a looser shirt today instead of my button-down stuff. The tight stuff to show off my gun, which I don't have any of those. No guns. They're a little wobbly, but we'll work on that. Once my stitches are out, I'll be going back to the gym and doing some lifting and all that good stuff. So I don't plan on getting any guns. Just going to do it for health reasons and tone up so I can make it through the next vacation trips that we hopefully will be on. And that's about it. So there is one more thing. Hold on. There's one more thing. Where is it? Where is it? Because I want to show you guys something. Where is it? Um, I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try it anyway. And that is, I have a new exit that I'm going to be doing to thank all of my Patreon members and see if I can get this thing working. Hello. There we go. I can't hear anything. And it's stuck. It stopped. Why did it stop? I don't know. I'm gonna start it from the beginning. Can you hear it? Okay, bring that back up. Stop sharing. Stop sharing. There we go. All right. So what'd you think? So again, that's a little thank you. Put that animation together. Job well done, always. Well, thank you. And did you hear the music behind it? So I don't know what the music went through, which really is just background music, but I was just curious if you guys could hear it or not. Uh, well, again, I thank you so very much because I'm really itchy right now. So I thank you also. Oh, you couldn't hear the music. Okay. I'll try to figure that out for future episodes. All right. Well, again, I thank you all so very, very, very much for coming in for this half hour to say hi, to let me ramble a little bit, and let me test things out again. And thank you again, Jerry Bell, for moderating. I do appreciate that so very much. And as always, have a great day.